Hey you guys, welcome back to another review of Love and Marriage Huntsville, reunion part 2. It did not disappoint at all. Let's get into it.
Hey, welcome back, KOED fam. Welcome back to another video of Courtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka the Rocking Man. Rock back, forth, and back. And this is my lovely wife,
Courtney, also known as Coco.
And this is Courtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationships and reviews. And tonight we're going to be talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville, the reunion part deuce.
So if you're brand new to this channel, you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're watching us on YouTube, down below, hit it. You see it? Hit it. And if you're watching us on Facebook, make sure you hit like and follow. And on all social media sites, comment down below. But we know you're going to do that, honey. Whether you like us, whether you agree, whether you disagree, we know you're going to do that. That is already sealed. So before we get into it, let's talk about what I'm wearing, what my husband wearing. We are wearing things from our brand store, our merch. So you can go and purchase a KOED hat at kourtneyandeddie.com. You can also purchase this new tee which just said, "Don't think too highly of yourself." Romans, what is it?
12
and 3, child. 12 and 3. That's one of my favorite scriptures.
1, 2, 3, baby. 1, 2, 3. See,
that's right.
1, 2, 3.
So yeah, you can definitely go and purchase this because you know that's one of my favorite scriptures, honey. Making sure I stay in my place of humility.
And some of y'all need to take heed to that shirt.
All right.
Some of y'all.
So you can go and purchase that at kourtneyandeddie.com. All the information is in the description down below. And if you want to purchase lipstick from the Lip Bar, I'm wearing one of my favorite ones, which is Drama Queen. Yes, it is.
Yeah, some of y'all in the comments are another but Drama Queen.
So you can go and get a discount using our promo code KOEDFAM. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and get into this reunion part 2. But before we get into this part, we're just going to take a little time to discuss our previous video, which was part 1. We had a lot more than usual, a lot of negative comments, and we want to kind of address that or just kind of give our opinion on that part. So yeah,
well, before you start, baby, trigger warning, because some of y'all easily get triggered.
Right.
So go ahead.
I'm trying to see what part we had so much to say when you sit down here and forget so much
stuff.
stuff.
First of all, let me get started then. Yes, I'm going to rock back and forth. I'm going to look into the ceiling. I'm going to be mumbling. I'm going to be sidebarring. I'm going to be ticking. I'm going to be breakdancing. If you don't like it, click off.
You don't have to
click off.
You definitely don't.
We don't need you here. This channel is all about positivity, having fun. We're going to give our opinion. Some of y'all might not agree with our opinion. That's fine. I don't mind agreeing to disagreeing. That's part of life. You know what I'm saying? We don't mind that. But it's when you start the personal attacks.
Yep.
Okay. Because some of y'all, let's keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. Some of y'all go hard for this chick. Male. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all go hard for male, and male don't even probably know y'all name. But y'all would jump on a grenade for this chick. Y'all go hard. For what reason? I don't know. Don't care.
Yep.
It'd be some fluffy woman in St. Louis in her basement. Ooh, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. I love Mel. Leave her alone. That's our opinion.
You're right.
That's our opinion. And the reason I'm saying that because some of y'all have called us some nasty names. Okay, let's keep it real. So I just want to get that off my chest.
Yep. And to like you don't have to agree with us at that. And when I say comment down below, I mean as far as the content, your opinion, what you agree with. But when you take personal attacks at us, calling us idiots and all this, so forth and so on, we're not here for that. You know what I'm saying? You can get blocked. You can go to the block ministry. It's always open, honey. You can sit on the front row and pay your tithes while you're there. But so we won't stand for that. But and if our opinion is so far from yours, it's okay. This is America.
Yeah, this is not North
America.
Korea.
Also, we're not journalists, so we're not sitting on Fox. We're not sitting on CNN. We're not sitting on those places. So we're just commentating. We're giving our opinion while we're on this platform. It's grateful that YouTube give us this platform to be able to share our opinion. And if you want to share yours, you're more than welcome to. But if you want to be disrespectful, get your own YouTube channel and you can share your own comment and let somebody agree or disagree with you.
And so we can come in your comments and call you an idiot. So
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we want to, just kind of talk about. We understand, and it probably won't stop, but we're just addressing it.
Yeah, we know.
And because for the simple fact too is that, some of you guys, not everybody, and this is not for everybody. So if it's not for you, please don't take offense. They make, these reality TV stars their gods. And so we tend to pay attention to that. And Melanie Holt, which I really and truly, there's times when I like Melanie. It depends on what season or what she doing that season. There's times when I don't care for her personality, but that's still my opinion. That's just the way it is. But it seems as though her fan base are making her more of an idol. And if we dare to disagree with you or with Melody as a reality star, I know I'm not saying this to her, I'm saying it to her fan base, then they will come and personally attack us. And that's just ignorant. That's ignorant. You know what I'm saying? So, what would you feel?
No, I'm just saying, I'm not going to get this any more energy, but some of y'all stupid. I'll just keep it real, man. And, I know y'all come in personal attack, especially me, because, they say, why he rock, maybe it's my anxiety. I'll rock back and forth. That's how I get over my anxiety. Yeah. And also, they probably come at me because some people say I kind of resemble Martell, and they probably bill at Martell, so they lash out at me because they think, hey, he look like, he kind of reminds me of Martell, so I lash out at him. Which, hey, it's fine, you know what I'm saying? But let's keep it real. I have been nice holding my tongue when it comes to the attacks and holding back. But now if I want to go in hard on some of y'all, after I've seen some of y'all profile pictures, I sure enough can. Sure enough can. Because some of y'all I ain't gonna go there, but you know what I mean. But anyway, back to the reviews.
I was gonna say this too. And then I want to say this too, that when y'all say your husband, my husband got a name. This channel is called Kourtney and Eddie. You're welcome to say, hey Eddie, you wrong for this, or you are. Don't just say my husband, because my husband sit up here and he tell you his name. So you know what I'm saying. That shows that you may come up here one time, don't even know who we are. You that man sitting right there, that woman right there, just simply say, hey, that Eddie, hey, Kourtney, you know what I'm saying? So that part, but let me say this and then we're going to get into the review. Now, I want to say this because I want to kind of bring this up because some of you guys, when it comes to, let's talk about the part of where Mel cheated or where she didn't cheat. Some of you guys said, it is okay that Mel, cheated, stepped outside, whatever the case may be, what happened with her and another guy, because Martell did it for 4 or 5 years, he got a baby. Okay, let's look at it from the standpoint of, on the worldly side of it, do you do me wrong or do you wrong too? You did this to me, I'm gonna get you back too. But let's look at the covenant of God on it. Is that
y'all ain't ready for that?
Really and truly, if a man cheats on you, you're married, man cheats, it does not give you the right to go out there and do it too. Now, let's look at her case a little bit deeper, because she said, hey, we decided that I was going to leave and I wasn't going to go back. But technically you're still married, so she should have said, you know what, let me file these papers and go ahead and get this divorce started, because this is not what I want to do anymore, and then let me go forward and do whatever I want to do. So that's how it should have been handled. So me going out there and defending somebody for doing me wrong and saying I have a right to do them wrong because they did me like that, let me put myself in a situation. I was married for 20 years and I understand Mel plight. I understand where she was. I understand it, y'all. I probably got treated worse than her. I stayed 20 years. She stayed 5, 6, 10, whatever. I stayed 20 years. And in those 20 years, he had 3 children outside of our relationship. 3 outside of our relationship. And I stayed. And I didn't leave because of the children. I pressed my way and did all that stuff, what I thought a Christian woman was supposed to do and stuff. But then when I got some self-worth about myself, I decided to leave the marriage. But I'm saying that to say that sometimes y'all feel like we don't have empathy, we don't have sympathy, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We're not looking at Martell as being a narcissist and all that stuff. Yes. But let me tell you something. We're not going to come on this channel and bash and drag nobody. I'm not going to do Mel like that. I'm not going to do Martell like that. Do we have our opinion? Yes. Do I always agree with them? No, we don't. But we're not going to drag nobody on this channel. If you want that dragging, go to somewhere else, but we're not going to do that. So don't get mad at us because we don't drag Martell. Don't get mad at us because we don't drag Tisha. We don't drag Marcel. We don't drag any of them. We're not going to do that. And this right here is to somebody that Mel and Martell, they're divorced, they move on with their life. But for the person that's thinking about, hey, I'm in a relationship and this man is cheating, I'm in a marriage, different. I'm in a marriage and this man is cheating on me. Shoot, if Mel cheated and she had the right because he did that stuff to her, I got the right. No, not biblically, you don't. You don't. The Bible don't say the Bible don't say that you have a right to do with them, to them what they did to you. No, the Bible says that God said, I take care of it. He said, vengeance belongs to me. He said that whatever you reap, you're going to sow it. So don't do that. And let me say this too, because if Mel would have kept that a secret, nobody would have been able to bring none up on her. Or if she would have not did it, nobody would never bring up none on you. You have to remember, when you're in the heat of the moment, you trying to vengeance and get somebody back for what they did to you. Remember, that thing is going to probably come back and haunt you 5 and 10 and 15 years later. Probably what it's doing to her right now. And it embarrassed her. Although y'all took up for her, it doesn't matter if you take up for her. That's still what she got to go through in her own mental state. It don't matter how many people tell you, girl, it's okay if you went out there and robbed that bank, girl. Honey, you done been through enough. It don't matter. That's your soul. That's your conscience. That's what you got to deal with. Nobody else. That's you. So I don't care how many people hype you up. That still doesn't make it right. So that's what I want to say. So I got that all off my chest, y'all. I got that all for now.
Ooh, you tearing up, baby. That's passion right there.
For now.
That's straight passion. And I'm going to end this. You know, she went through hers when she was married. I went through a lot when I was married, you know, and I don't want to go into my story. But like I said, I dealt with a lot of issues when I was married too. So don't come here saying like, you know, we bashing Mel and whatnot and cause what she went through. I've been through a lot, especially for being a man. The stuff that was done to me. No, you don't want to hear that story right now. You really don't. But anyway.
All right, let's get into it, cause y'all
probably some of y'all probably, ooh, that's too much. I'm clicking off. Yes, but it's all good.
For those that still stand, here we go, because you know that was just the appetizer. Now let's get into the entree. All right, so this is the reunion part 2. Yeah, 2. Okay, so it started off where it was to be continued, pretty much. Carlos asking the question where I think it was like, well, you know, if you wasn't with Mel, would you, you know, marry Ariana? Like, would you be with her? That, of course, they never called her name. They said hub, and everybody know who hub was. But would you, you know, consider marrying Ariana? And Martell took a long time to answer that. And, you know, like, Kim was like, dog, the silence pretty much said it all. And so Carlos was like, well, you choose not to answer? He was like, yeah, I choose not to answer that. Because I'm trying if I got time, honey. But we all know the answer. Or if maybe he would have said no, but he didn't want to offend Ariana. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. This whole thing is just a hot mess, to be honest with you. But go ahead, baby.
He said, Carlos said, so it seems like you were in love with 2 women.
And that's true.
And
that's true. That's true. He wanted his cake and ice cream too. You know, let me say this before you start once again, this is probably the umpteenth time I've said this. Martell destroyed a good family. He did. I said it so many times, okay? But y'all think, no, we're supposed to bash Martell. I'm not going to do that. But the bottom line is this. He wanted his cake and ice cream. He was in love with 2 women. He loved, I'm not going to call her name, the other girl.
Because you don't know it.
Yeah, I know. Ariana. He loved it. He loved Ariana, but he didn't want to leave Mel. You know, that Mel was his safety net, something he can go back home to, you know. So, and as long as Mel was, apparently for a while she knew about it and she still stuck with him because they had 2 more kids, you know. And I understand Mel gonna say, well, he was talking this good game, he said he was gonna leave her alone, yada yada. Mel, come on, baby girl.
I've been there, baby.
I know, I get it. I get it.
Honey. I believed all the smoke.
But to me, Martell don't have that smooth silver tongue.
Yeah, evidently.
Compared to Mel, yeah, but
you a man, so
I'm just saying, yeah, but
you
I
got to
see,
think of a woman,
I get
woman
it,
in that
I
place
get it.
that wants to keep her family, that's trying to build
I
legacy,
get it.
trying to do all
I
this
get
stuff.
it. I
She
get
believed
it. I get it. I get it. She
I was
believed
there
it.
too.
I get it. I get it. But the point I'm trying to say is this: apparently, she did believe it because she stuck with him. You know what I'm saying? And he knew that. So all he had to do was like, say some things in her ear to put her at ease. Like, okay, he's gonna quit. He's gonna quit. Then he'll go right back out there doing it.
Right.
Eventually, you're gonna get tired of it. Eventually, she did get tired of it.
Yeah, and like Carlos was saying, it seems as though you wanted to, like he wanted to, because he said last time he went to church and all that stuff, or whatever, honey. And but it seems as though he wanted to let it go.
Let what go?
Ariana.
That's bull crap. He ain't want to let it go. If a man want to let something go, he'll let it go. Okay? If a man want to stop cheating, he'll stop cheating. It's all about him. It's like if somebody wants to start smoking, they can find that willpower to start smoking. If a man want to stop cheating, he can find that willpower to stop cheating. You know why? Because I was that man back in the day. Okay? You can find that willpower. So I don't buy that. You know what I'm saying? What Martell was saying, that he was trying to quit and he was trying to pray. No, if you want to stop, you can stop.
Right.
So I don't buy that.
You cheated.
I ain't cheat per se,
just saying,
but I'm just saying.
Make it clear.
I'm just saying I had female friends,
right,
and I never was married at the
right,
time while I was doing this. So, but it was, to me, it was a game. I could tell one woman something, buy some time and just tell her what she wanted to hear to go with. So yeah, so I did that back in the day. But eventually I said, you know what? I had to stop. And I stopped.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to hear all that, ooh, he couldn't stop. Yeah, he can stop.
Carlos said, well, maybe Mel wasn't enough woman for you. And Mel said, hold up. I'm not going to accept that I wasn't a woman for him. He even said that. So, no, I'm not going to accept that part. It's just, like you were saying, he just wanted his cake and eat it too. You know what I'm saying?
Like you said, or I want to call Orlando. What's her name?
Ariana.
Ariana. Martell, why you cheat with someone with a hard name? Why not cheat with somebody named Becky or something I can pronounce? But anyway, you said she's younger than him?
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Ariana is like, if I'm not mistaken, 10 years, if not 8 somewhere years younger.
So he's dealing with a younger girl, a younger woman. Mm-hmm. So she's sees Martell, she probably praise him, so he can just mold her and just have her do what he wants her to do. And that's what most older guys do. You know what I'm saying? They get them younger women, that's going to worship them, and they know these women are going to worship them like that, so they can mold them and manipulate them to how they want to be done.
Exactly.
And so
and two, and we talked about this off camera. So yes, Ariana was younger, well, of course still is younger, and she didn't have no kids at that. Well, you know what? She got a daughter. I take
before that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
she had a daughter.
I kind of messed that theory up.
But still, the fact too that if a woman wants to cater to a man, she would definitely do that. And she'll do anything in her power to do that. Another thing too, it's so easy to be a side chick too, because you don't have to live with that man. You don't have to pick up behind him. Mel at that time, I guess, had 2 children, which she probably was tired, working, doing all that stuff. When you come home, then you want him to help with the kids, not rubbing love all up on you. So you trying to cook dinner, you trying to do all this stuff as a wife, as a mother, and all that stuff. So then the time sometimes is not, the attention that man was getting is not there, and so he tried to find it somewhere else.
No, yeah, and not just that. She's 10 years younger, like you said.
Somewhere longer.
Yeah, but keep it real. Mel's around Martell's age. So that means Ariana.
Not Ariana Grande. It's Ariana.
Ariana is 10 years younger than Mel. Let's keep it real. She's probably a younger chick, and you know what that means when it comes to the body. Mel had 2 kids, and she's older. And older men.
Mel still had a nice body.
I'm not saying she don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she don't, but let's compare a 20-year-old to a 40-year-old.
Mel ain't 40.
I'm not saying she.
Okay.
I'm just saying everything's not about Mel. I'm just talking about in general. You know what I'm saying? Even with men, you look at a 40-year-old man, or especially a 50-year-old man compared to a 20-year-old man. The body's gonna be different. But anyway, I digress.
So Mel said, okay, Carlos, let me ask you a question because she didn't want to direct this at Martell. She said, listen, if this girl is your restaurant, Carlos, like you say, the whole restaurant, everything, then why is he still seeing other people? It sounds like some insecurity, some is there. And I must agree, when a man go through all that, it's a lack of insecurity.
You know what it is? I'm going to tell you.
It's a lack of security, so it's insecurity.
Yeah, well, it's not insecurity per se. It's probably stroking a man's ego.
Oh, yeah, for
you know what I'm saying? Because when a man can have 5, 6, 7 different women, man, it makes his ego feel big. You know what I'm saying? I'm the man. I still got it. I can do this. Everybody loves me. And like I said, insecurity a little bit. You know, his lack of security. You know what I'm saying? So he needs all these women to make him feel validated, like he's still the man. So that's a lot. That's a big part of it right there. I did that, man.
Marceau said that as far as they brought up Ariane and Marceau was like, yeah, I kind of seen this girl. She popped up. The guys was out and she popped up there or whatever. So and Marceau was like, well, I seen the kind of connection. It's not like they was, I guess, kissing and hugging all on each other and stuff like that or whatever. But I seen the connection. But he said Martell is a little different when he's with Ariane.
He said he was more aggressive, which I don't understand that. You understood that?
I think I do.
What?
I think maybe in a more
protection,
more authoritative tone with her. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can talk down to her in a sense more. I'm not saying talk down. He's more authoritative with her. So when he say aggressive, I think that he's more of, girl, get your stuff and get out. Come on, let's go in here. Or girl, what is you doing? I think the way he talked to her.
That's what you think. Okay, well.
That's me. What you think?
I don't know.
Snatching her or something?
No, I mean, think he's probably more protective of her. I could be wrong, but you probably.
Nah.
Okay. I'm saying you probably right.
And the reason I say more protective, because remember he called her a peasant.
But then turn around when Mel called her something, he took up for her too.
Yeah, but now he did.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about divorce. I'm just talking about now. Yeah, I'm just going back for what I'm seeing right now because he is.
But back then when he was still married to her.
Yeah, we don't. He probably called a peasant the peace male, you know what I'm saying? Cause a dude, when he get busted with a side chick, he's gonna dog that side chick out in front of his main chick. That's what he does to make that main chick feel better. Oh yeah, you gonna call all kinds of names.
Oh yeah, but that's something he have to do, and you definitely don't have to do on national TV. You can do it behind closed doors.
But like then again, you got a 20-year-old, regardless, whatever you call her, she's still gonna run behind you. And she went all the way to Atlanta to pop up, so
let's see. And Mel says, so y'all knew about her too, so it wasn't me that exposed her because Martell keep claiming to her she the one exposed his age, so y'all knew about it. And this one in just Huntsville, this was in Atlanta too, so in a sense. So
yeah, man, she's all in your stomping grounds, man. She's from Huntsville, Atlanta. You go to LA, she gonna be out there in LA with you.
And then Marceau said when he saw Ariane, he was like, this ain't it. And I think when he was saying that, because teacher was like, well, what you mean? And Mel said, well, it was like he saying it's like a Honda and a Rolls Royce. Saying Ariane was the Honda and the Rolls Royce. And that's when it went a little left.
Martell did not like
Martell
that.
said, but y'all got
the same degree from the same school.
Yeah, and then he said, plus don't be disrespecting her like that. You know what I'm saying? I got a baby with her, so don't disrespect her like that. And Mel was like, wait a minute, what you mean disrespect? You disrespected me all these many years. Now you want to tell me something? Don't disrespect her. And we got 4 kids together. We done built this together. Hey, I must agree with Mel, hon. Don't be saying it now. Now that you done got a baby by her, don't be talking, because you called her a peasant, you called her this, you called her that, and all that stuff. And now you want to, you know what I'm saying? But see, I think that you don't want to embarrass y'all, but I had this conversation. Listen, don't go on that reunion and embarrass me like he did before. So I'm sure
Ariana.
I'm sure him and Martell and Ariane had that conversation. And she said that, and she probably said some stuff like, listen, I'm your baby mama and all that stuff or whatever. But yeah, I agree. Like, you disrespected this woman so much. not just on national TV as far as what you did, but just the way you talk to her sometimes. Like,
Mel.
yeah, like, yeah.
Well, yeah, he has disrespect Mel. Well, he not just Mel. He disrespect the whole marriage. Okay, let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So the point is, you know, Martell. I'm just gonna call it what it is. Martell just screwed up big time. He screwed up big time. You know what I'm saying? Once again, hopefully the brother, after all this is over with, he will learn and get better. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and bash this dude. I'm not gonna bash Mel. That's not me. But hopefully this dude will get a second chance in life. Okay, same with Mel, cause Mel apparently got her second chance. Okay, she's doing well, and apparently the way it seemed like to me, I know y'all hate to hear this, seems like Martell's doing well for himself also. You know what I'm saying?
Him and his kids got a book and stuff. I was like, okay, it's in my Amazon cart. I'm going to support.
Yeah, support the little kids, man. Y'all go support the little kids too, man.
Yeah. What's it called? Our trip to Canada, on a plane to Canada.
Yeah, don't hold that against them kids because y'all don't like the dad.
Yeah, and I mean, and we must, from what we see, don't know what we see. He seems like to be a good father. Now, some people suck as a husband and a boyfriend, honey. They can just hang it up. They just gonna be trash when it comes to that. But they gonna make sure that them kids straight. So this opened up the conversation of, you know, well, if you see your significant other, your man, your woman, your spouse, and you seen them with somebody else, and they come around y'all, should you say something? What should you do? Kim was like, if it was me, I would get in my car. Listen, I'm not finna condone that. Let me get in my car and leave. But the guy said, like, Marcel was like, somebody said, well, did you leave? He was like, no. You know, and Maurice like, no, we're not gonna leave. We just gonna hang around as far as influence. Influence them to do what? Are you gonna tell them all night long? Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. You know that's wrong. No.
This is what I would have done. I've been in this situation once before. If you see something that's not right, like your homeboy, your homegirl with cheating on a significant other, and if I'm in that position as a friend, I'm gonna speak my piece and just tell them how I feel about the situation. Man, this ain't cool, or yada yada yada. But I'm not gonna stick around because I don't want them people to think I'm down with the situation. And I'm not gonna say, oh, he's a accomplice. He think it's okay. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna leave. Okay, I've done that before, and the reason why some guys don't leave and they stick around because it's a bro code. If I see you out with somebody, you don't tell. If you see me out with somebody, you don't tell. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm just calling it like it is. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think Marceau, since he really didn't say nothing, they stuck around. That's a side-eye, decision to make. Why? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Maurice said
oh, y'all don't. Oh, you spit. No, I'm just saying. You saying, okay, I see you with this chick, I ain't gonna say nothing. But if you see me with my side chick, make sure you don't say nothing, okay? So
I got your back.
Right. So and maybe it's the code they had.
Kim was like, "No, I'll leave." And then on break they was talking to. She was like, "Because you pretty much will be condoning, like I'm co-signing on what you're doing." So no, I will leave. And Maurice was like, "Well, no, I'm not gonna leave." And then he said, "What you want me to leave and come back and tell you?" She said, "No, I'm not saying you come back and tell nobody."
And that's the thing. Marceau knew it and saw it and wasn't in that position, but he never told his wife about it.
Yeah.
So he kept that hush from her.
Yeah.
So that right there, okay, why didn't he tell his wife? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just that raised a lot of red flags right there, in my opinion.
And I understand they was in Atlanta, but child, listen, you go over there with that mess, honey. Don't come around here, honey.
No, I either walk out, go to a different club or a different restaurant or something, man, because you never know who you gonna run across, and y'all they see the whole situation, and they might still get back to your wife. Yeah. Oh, I saw your husband with Martell and his side chick, and they was all there, Kiki and Kaka. You know what I'm saying? So now you call it in the middle of this. You probably didn't have nothing to do with it, but it's the optics of it.
Exactly. So they are breaking for lunch, and Mel said that why are we making, her relevant? You know what I'm saying? And I do understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are we even making it? But all
it's
this
TV.
Yeah, true.
That's
and all
TV.
this was on the show, and we as the viewers got questions.
Yeah.
So Carlos asking them questions that we want to know.
Yeah, it's television. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to know the same stuff we saw throughout the season. We want to know stuff behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that we hear on the street. And so that's what, so I give Carlos King credit on hosting this. He doing a spectacular job hosting this thing. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah. Melanie is going off to, I guess, her staff and stuff and her mom. And she's just telling her frustrations and how, he keep talking about her. And Ms. Val was like, well, you need to apply to get full custody. I don't know if y'all heard that part, but it was kind of said, low. And she was like, Mom, they not going to give me full custody. Like, that's not going to happen. She was like, in Huntsville, they not going to let that happen. She's like, I hate Huntsville. Y'all know, everybody knows. She break out and start crying just saying how much she hates it here. And everybody knows it.
I think that's a state thing, though.
What?
You can't, if you want full custody, somehow you got to be in the same state or something like that.
And she just was saying too that I guess I don't know if I'm confused if she was crying because of that or she was just crying because of the pressure of all of it. You know what I'm saying? Huntsville being small because Ariane was there, all this stuff, everybody know each other. It's just messy.
And like she said, Huntsville reminds her of the dark cloud. Meaning like you said, her and the kids and Martell still there. So. It reminds Huntsville reminds her of her past. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you can't run from your past. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gonna have to suck it up. You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, when I went through my issues, if I didn't have to stay here to work my job, I would have left this state. I sure would have. Sure enough would.
And too, and I don't guess she can leave, because she'll be packing up the children, leaving. Like Martell made a statement, like, you're not finna take my children to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he had a big issue with that. And so, she wants to move. She spends most of the time, I guess, in Atlanta. Yeah. And so, I just didn't like the fact the way Miss Vanessa was saying try to apply for full custody. And I'm saying to myself, is he doing something abusive? I do understand that men suck at being spouses and boyfriends, and they suck at it being good, and they cheat and they do all that stuff. Some.
Thank you.
Babe. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Some, because you definitely not in that bracket.
Boy, you get carried away. You throw us all on the bus.
I'm sorry.
Throw us on the bus, back the bus up, run them over and throw them back again. Come on, man.
Some. And so, but it seems as though Martell is a good father from what we can see. Getting that side baby, doing all that stuff, and putting them children on all that stress, yes, because that didn't have to be. But as far as him taking care of his kids, I don't think that it was even right for her to say fight for full custody of it. I thought that was unfair.
I just think it was a moment of,
trying to appease her daughter and stop her from crying.
Daughter, yeah.
So let's see. We talked about that part. Let's see.
You got another page?
So I kind of spaced my stuff out, but then
how many pages you got?
No, we almost through. So Destiny comes out. First of all, I don't like her dress. I don't like her hair. That's my opinion. Carla told her to turn around. I was like, girl, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's ugly. It looked like the little, the Dracula with the little 4 corners and stuff up there.
4 corners? She had 4 corners? I thought she had 2 corners.
We got 2 4 corners. 2 4
corners.
Whatever.
You didn't like it, but some of the men on that like it. Because she had all her legs showing, man. All her legs showing.
So before we get into that part, I wanted to say, okay, I did think, I just looking at, I didn't say this in the first video, just how the women came dressed. First of all, I don't like Tisha's dress and I don't like her hair. That's my opinion. I just feel like it's just too poofed up back there. I don't like that hair on her. Don't.
Is that her real hair?
No.
That's a
wig. You didn't see them cornrows.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I thought, well, I thought she. When I saw that, I thought she was gonna come out with the braids and gangster it up.
That's how you do the wig.
So that's why they wanted the wig.
So I don't like her dress. I don't like her wig. I love Melody's. I like Melody hair black, kind of like with me. When I wear black hair, it makes me look younger. And I think the same for her. So yeah, I do like her black. And I guess Melody got darker because I said that it seemed like she was lighter, but the sun.
Like you said, when you see it on the pictures, you can see the filters and the makeup. Then you see her on camera, she's dark.
Darker.
So, dark. And so, yeah. So, I don't know.
Anyway. But
how you saying? It is though, man.
So I like her dress and everything. I mean, it was okay. Kim and look, I mean, for the most part, I like Kim. I think I like most of these women in their confessionals. Sometimes they confessionals just be popping, but they reunion looks, they might have missed the mark. But anyway,
what about Tiffany?
She just like she was going to a banquet, honey. So let's see. Now let's get back to this Destiny. So yeah, when she was sitting down, so Carlos would say, "I need to, do a twirl, honey. See what you got on, Destiny." So anyway, she did a little twirl. Carlos said, "Well, you probably gonna need one of them prayer cloths, honey, to cover up your legs up here." So and she was like, "For what? I'm single." Carlos said, "You single, but these men are married. Get her together." And so and he said, "Shoot, I'm over there looking at you." So anyway, he was saying, "I don't even like girls." So,
you don't? Well, okay, that's a shocker.
So Destiny was saying basically what happened to her marriage. She said it's like somebody when they moved into the same state together, I guess they realized they didn't really like each other. I don't know, but she said they moved in the same state, and then the pandemic hit, and she chose not to speak about it because she chose not to speak about her marriage, but for the sake of her son-in-law.
I'll tell you one thing, that pandemic, we can say that, Kim.
Yeah.
Okay. That pandemic, it put a lot of people's marriages on stress, man, because a lot of people say, "Oh, man, I realized I don't like you." And they got divorced, man, and that sounds like what happened with them, man.
And they was together 5 years, married for 2. I guess 2,
sometimes you need to stay how y'all stay.
But listen, but people like to blame the pandemic on everything. The pandemic didn't do that.
No, you was exposed.
They didn't even expose it. They just wanted to blame it. They just didn't like each other. Had nothing to do with the pandemic. Just didn't like each other. Just didn't work. But people want to say, "Oh, that pandemic."
I don't know now. A lot of people say,
I do, but I'm just saying people want to use it for everything.
But I've seen people saying, "I can't deal with the kids running the house. I can't deal with this marriage," and they just pack up and leave.
That's true. Carlos asked, "Did anybody cheat?" She said no. Did she cheat? She said no, but they took breaks. So I guess
I don't know about that. I think she kind of like.
She did what Mel did.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. You know what I'm saying?
Said, well, or she may have, well, she said we took breaks. So that means you took a break and got back, or did you say, "Hey, we're going to end this marriage and I'm going to move on with my life"? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Yeah, but she started laughing. Yeah. I just feel like something was up with that.
She ain't being fully transparent. Really, she really wasn't. Because it's like, why did y'all break up, though?
She never said.
Yeah, like,
she never said.
We moved into the same state, and then they still didn't tell us, like, why y'all broke up. Like, was it we just weren't getting along? You know what I'm saying? He had his issues with me, I had my issues with him, and we just weren't getting along. Like, she didn't even say that.
Yeah, she really didn't come out with it. She kind of beat around the bush with it.
I know why I got a divorce. You know why you got a divorce? I think everybody know why they got a divorce, but it ain't because.
Yeah, for some reason she trying to keep that as a secret. I don't know.
So in this next clip, they showed Martell was saying to Destiny about, women got too much mouth. That's why, I left. That's why me and Mel got divorced, because she talked too much and mouthing off and all that stuff with her. And Mel hold up a clown sign, which I don't blame her, honey, because you just stop.
Well, here's the thing. What's Martell's definition of talking too much? Okay, is it a strong, independent woman, or a woman that's belittling you and verbally abusing you? Okay, I don't mind a woman speaking her mind and being strong, but once you cross that line and start verbally abusing me, which I've been through, that's when I say, okay, you talking too much. Okay, so yeah, you gotta give me that definition of what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's talking about a strong, independent woman.
We all know what we talked about earlier, baby. Martell be trolling. Martell just be talking just to talk, honey, just to get up on your skin, like you like to do sometimes. Sometimes you like to troll the people on Love and Marriage Huntsville just to get up under their skin.
Yeah, I do a good job. Back, forth, and why you ragging? I can't pay attention. Yeah, I always say, and you saying that when you put that fat twinkie in your mouth. You wasn't distracting you, but
So y'all know that Martell be trolling. Listen, let's make this crystal clear.
yeah, he be trolling. Man.
Martell do stuff for the sake of the show because he know he's gonna get the ratings. He know y'all gonna get upset, and it does not bother him. Okay.
Yeah.
And so when I was going on his IG, I went on there because I was trying to find out about the books and stuff like that, just how I could purchase the book. So I went up there, and then he got his his link, what they call link tree, whatever.
Bio.
Yeah, his bio.
Yeah.
And he has actor, he has
author,
and he has something else.
Yeah.
I said, actor, when he was acting, I said, oh, he on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh, he acting, man.
Come on, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Martell has embraced being the bad guy. He's embraced that. He understands his assignment, and that's what he does. Even Mel, she kind of spruces up too. Keep it real, you know what I'm saying? And he knows that when he does that, he gets under y'all's skin, and y'all fall for it.
And y'all watch.
I don't know, man. I need a new job. I need to work with you because I'm broke. Martell's not broke. He's not broke. He might not have the money like he used to, but the brother's not broke, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real, man.
So yeah, and then Marcel called Mel an actress one time. I said, what she acting?
What she acting?
That stage play, but that was canceled because of the pandemic. So but of course, I don't know what else she done did. Now, stuff that we don't know about. But I'm just saying, are they using their reality TV show as saying that they're actors and actresses? And because if that's the case, then you know what I'm saying, they adding sauce on so that we can watch and review and give some commentary.
Well, I don't know about y'all. I know most of you are women, so you probably don't know. But back in the day, I used to watch professional wrestling. Okay, and this show is starting to remind me of that. It's kind of semi-scripted. And sometimes the wrestling goes out the ring and be going in, sometimes the wrestling storyline go outside the ring, they be going to the grocery stores and whatnot. And this is what it reminds me of. Now we got social media, now these storylines can leave the TV and go to social media now to keep the storyline going. And, that's why I feel. And to me, it's a smart marketing situation, a marketing tool the show is using because it keeps this show on the forefront on everybody's mind.
Yep.
Especially Martell and Mel.
But then it get old.
It gets real old.
But you got to change it up. So let's go back to this. LeBear filed for divorce 3 weeks after she had that son.
3 weeks?
So
they had some issues before.
They did. So it take 9 months to have a child. So she probably moved down here, didn't work somewhere longer, then she got pregnant, then anyway.
3 weeks, man. God, I'm saying, okay, we just got a newborn baby. I know it's rough right now. Let's give it a few more months or something, man.
And she said that they still get along, he come over there, co-parent, he come over there, while she cooking, he with the baby and stuff like that. And I went and looked on his Instagram, and he do have just pictures of him and the baby, just a bunch of pictures of him and the baby, and celebrities that I guess he cooked for and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's still cooking?
He had, who was that? Was it Future? It was somebody he took a picture
I
with.
wonder how much it cost for him to cook for somebody.
Somebody he took a picture. I guess, I don't know, doing something that had to do with food, so I don't know if he cooked for them or whatever. But anyway, or some event. So they was talking about why men don't want to take a man, why men have a problem with if a woman don't want to take their last name. So, you want to talk about that?
Oh, yeah, and Marcel said it perfectly, You want that legacy. You want that name to go down generation to generation to generation. Especially if you have a son. Unfortunately, my name won't get passed down. Because I have a daughter and some stepsons, bonus sons. So, it is what it is. But so now I see why a lot of guys do make that an issue about having, their last name, give their last name to their wife so they can pass that name down. So, but I think, Destiny and her husband had an issue with that. And I can kind of see why. But I can kind of see why Destiny wanted to keep her last name because her dad and her family, because, it's something, that's all she had.
Right.
That's the only thing she had that ties her to her family.
Right.
So I can kind of see both parts. But if it was me and I was dating somebody like Destiny, I was like, okay, yeah, I understand. You want to keep your last name, you want to hype in your last name, I can compromise and go with it.
All right. So let's see. So Destin said that she's not dating, and they started talking about her being pretty much like an alpha female, you know, like she just seemed to be very strong. And so anyway, that was Marcel talking to her about that. So she was like, well, you know a man that's gonna bring the woman out of me, because you know right now I guess, you know, she feel like she have to be like that. So they laughed about that. So they bring on Tiffany and Louis, and the ones that folks love to hate. Well, Tiffany, they love to hate.
My favorite couple, man. My favorite couple.
So they showed the clips of them, and you know they will span this season, and they said that they were a fan of the show before they came on the show. So they pretty much knew how this thing was going to operate. So Carlos said that the people have said that, have said some hard things about you, Tiffany.
Y'all people have said some bad things about Tiffany.
We did too.
No, I ain't saying
that. Yeah, I said return to sender.
It got to the point she thought about, what she said, she thought about jumping off the bridge?
No, she said, you know, she felt like it, but yeah.
Yeah, you know, like, you know.
And Carlos said that the people have called you messy, they done called you trifling, they done called you all this stuff.
That is true.
You know, and even wanted you fired.
That is true.
So he said, well, how did, you know, you take it? And she said, well, you know, it was hard, especially that first week. She said, and, you know, but it made her deal. She said, I'm surprised I didn't jump off a bridge. That's her word. She said, I'm surprised I didn't jump off a bridge.
Tiffany, it's like this. You sign up for this show, and you know how this fan base is. This fan base can be ruthless, okay? So you gotta have thick skin, you know? So you're gonna have to learn. Destiny went through the fire too. She had to learn, and Destiny got in her lane, and she stayed in her lane. So you'll learn, you'll get in your lane, you stay in your lane, you'll be all right.
Carlos said that love and marriage Huntsville people don't like change. And look what happened. Look, you know,
what was your theory?
This is not that's a lie. Love and marriage Huntsville people don't mind change. In fact, we want some right now. Yeah, but it's just who you bring on. And when you bring them on, you bring them on and they being messy, aggravating, irritating, like Destiny was. But Destiny changed her character. It wasn't that we on the accept her, we're gonna accept her the second season. No, we didn't like her because the way she came on, her energy, her attitude, that's what it is.
And this right here should show you some of this stuff is scripted, because like you said, Destiny came in there with, oh, she messy. Then all of a sudden she changed like an angel. What happened? Mm-hmm. I know your personality is not going to change like that. Mm-hmm. What it was, the producer said, well, Destiny, we're going to have to change your personality. You're going to have to start doing this. Yep. So yeah, of course this show is semi-scripted now.
Right, because what they wanted from Tiffany, Tiffany gave them what they wanted. Hey, ask them this. Hey, put this out there. Hey, do this, do that. That's what they do. And so now, in a sense, I don't feel like I'm being duped. Y'all set me up for failure.
Right.
Y'all told me to ask all these questions. Y'all told me to do this. Y'all told me to do that. Now everybody don't like me. And now y'all want to sit up there and play in my face and say, well, how does it feel, Tiffany? They told me to fire you. Well, heck, y'all the one that told me to ask them questions.
Right. And also, once again, you go back to the script, the formula of the script. They got Martell being the bad guy. They took what he did and they expanded it. They got Mel like the innocent, dogged out woman. So she using that role and she playing that role. And it's working. Let's keep it real. Because Mel is not perfect.
Right.
Not by a long shot. But they using her unfortunate incident and they using it to her advantage.
Yep.
That's what they doing.
Yep. And so Louis said that, well, they knew what they were signing up for, you know what I'm saying, when they got up here.
Louis knew, yeah.
So Tisha said that Tisha and Marcel don't like them. They said that they think that they fake and they not telling the truth and they just faking it for the whole world. Marcel, they faking it for the whole world, honey. They done had they side by conversations.
I think the problem is with Marcel and Tish with Louis and Tiffany is that Louis is kind of opinionated, and they feel like y'all can't tell us what to do, and that rubs them the wrong way. But go ahead.
Oh, I thought you finished saying that. So, Kimmy said that, well, when as far as Tiffany, y'all, when y'all talk about transparency, you know what I'm saying, y'all want us to talk about us, but y'all ain't talking about yourselves, you know. Talk about you know, what y'all transparency is. Maurice said that, you know, he don't like the fact that when that scene was brought up and you talking about, you know, kids. Like, we don't want to bring kids up, and I don't like, you know, that somebody saying I got some dirt on your kids. That's not fair, and that's not right. So, and then they go to this grass scene, which when they keep saying the grass scene, I said, oh, okay, we're going to go to the scene when it wasn't no grass on there. She was sitting on that riding lawnmower when they were just kicking up dirt. But that's not the scene they want to talk about. They talk about the scene where...
Oh, yeah. Yes, y'all, I was paying attention to it, so don't get it twisted. Yeah, they was talking about the scene when Louis said, yeah, man, look, I ain't had no drink. If I had a drink in me, that whole situation would have had a different outcome. Don't talk big and bad after the incident. Talk big and bad during the incident. So that's what they was talking about, the grass situation, the grass incident. And, you know, a lot of guys like to sell wolf tickets like that. A lot of people, not just guys, a lot of women do it too, you know. I should have done that. Or if I ain't had my wig on, I would have went off on her. No, don't say that now. You can always take your wig off right there in front of her and go off on her, man.
Now, it's the fact when people holding them back. See, you lucky that they holding me back. Because if they weren't holding me back, I would have got at you. Let me loose. And you let them loose. And then they
what they say? Bruh, I ain't got no arms to hold you back. So what you talking about? Go ahead. Because I ain't got no arms.
So yeah, that's what they were talking about. So Louis up there trying to clear that up and stuff.
Yeah,
he was just saying basically, you know,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's what he said. I'm sorry. Because Kim said, you didn't give an apology. I'm giving you an apology right now. I'm sorry.
Because, yeah, you didn't give an apology. You gave an apology, then when you said what you said, you pretty much took it back and saying that, hey, if I would have had some drink in me, then it wouldn't have went down like that. And Kim is showing up calling you out, honey. Kim got a lot of words to say tonight. Maurice is a little bit too quiet for me.
You know what they said about the quiet ones?
What?
Nothing.
So, anyway, so yeah, they talked about that, and then they were just talking about, you know, like Tiffany. Now Tiffany was quiet tonight.
Yeah,
she was quiet tonight.
Yeah.
And so Kim said, well, you know, I heard that Tiffany got fired from the commerce.
Then Tiffany pulled a Mr. Wonder.
She didn't say nothing. And Carlos was like, well, is that true? She said, no, that's not true.
We'll find out. I'm gonna call up there Monday. Hey, City Council of Huntsville.
You ain't got to worry, because I know that them folks, the social media, gonna find it out.
I'm gonna find out myself. Hey, do Tiffany still work there? No.
Tiffany who? From the show.
From the show.
Know her last name.
Tiffany
Whitlow.
from the show.
Whitlow.
Tiffany Whitlow. She worked there, the one that got married in the baseball stadium. No, she don't work here no more. I did. And Kim said, well, I heard from a reliable source that worked there or that's up there, something like that. He's still working on the city council.
Yeah. So anyway,
hey, we got peoples up there now.
Tiffany denied it. So, because basically, and the reason they said that because they saying, okay, you want us to be transparent, tell all our business, and you telling it because y'all just look like y'all hiding some. Don't seem like y'all real. Just seem like y'all give good, nice answers, and it seem like y'all practice and rehearse them answers that y'all give. So Mel said, well, because Colin was like, pretty much this your friend, child. Do you know anything about
Kim? And Mel, that's what I'm saying. Mel, that's your girl.
Because Mel looked like she watching football.
Yeah, she was sitting there quiet. Come on, speak up. You speak up all the other times when they get on Tiffany. Speak up now.
That's right. Honey, she ain't got nothing to listen to say.
You ain't going to get me calling
She just like, girl, you out here on your own, honey. And so she said, so they asked me, and Mel said, well, listen, I just know her as a business aspect.
Hold up now. You want to tell Destiny like that when Destiny came to you, hey, Tiffany's fine, she cool, you just got to get to know her. But now you don't know, come on, Mel, don't be flip-flopping like that.
Yeah. She was like, I don't know her personally. I don't know her personal business and stuff, just a business aspect. That's all I know her.
And how long she known Tiffany? 7 years?
I don't know, honey.
Tiffany probably said, golly, you gonna do it like that?
Now, listen, one thing I noticed, I don't know if you paid attention, but when it came to them really being hard on Tiffany and Louis, Martell was speaking up.
Yeah, I noticed that. I really did notice. I was, Once again, I think Martell was trolling. I think he was trolling when he was doing that. He just wanted to go against the grain. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hold up, y'all. Y'all ain't been transparent about all y'all stuff. So I just think he was just being a troll.
Yeah, because I'm saying, do he know them like that?
He's going hard for him, man. I think Martell's the type of person, he's something like me. He's not going to go with the grain. He's going to go against the grain. Because when I met you, I trolled everybody in the comments. I showed up there. I trolled them. You know what I'm saying? Even on here. Because y'all like a certain person, I'm going to basically go against it. I'm going to find a flaw so I can go against that and throw it up in your face. That's who I am.
So Carlos said, Marcel, do you feel like that they have a good marriage? Lewis and
Marcel said, nope.
Marcel said, I'm gonna need some success. I'm gonna need for them to have some success under their belt.
Yeah, after year one. Marriage. Yeah, because year one, he's right. Year one could be still in the honeymoon phase and everything's still going right.
And so. Okay, so let's do Lewis and Marceau. They go back and forth on this issue. So basically, said on far as what's an expert, who an expert. You gotta have so many years to be an expert and all that stuff, whatever. And then the bull nonsense that Marceau was like, I'm not gonna take advice for somebody that's been married, you know, such and such. I'm not gonna take advice from somebody that did. Okay,
let me say it. Can I say it?
Well, let me say this part. Okay. When it comes to this part, how you gonna say you're not gonna take advice from somebody that may have failed? How many successful business owners failed at a whole bunch of business before they came successful? You're not gonna take advice from them? Go ahead.
Let me see what I gotta say. You know,
that's what you were gonna say?
I was gonna say, you know, sometimes you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't care if it's marriage. I don't care if it's business. I don't care if it's money. I'm not gonna say everybody. Cause I've seen somebody go bankrupt one time, then turn around, go bankrupt again, and keep going bankrupt. Sometimes they don't learn. But some people, majority of the people that I know, once they make that one mistake, they learn from it. Right. Okay, so because somebody got divorced, don't mean they can't give you good advice.
Right.
They can tell you something, man. I've been through this. You might want to do something else, because if not, you're gonna be like me. I got divorced. So when Marceau said that, that's like dead wrong. Mm-hmm. Completely wrong, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
It's completely wrong.
It's wrong. Because I know for me, like I said before, it's not about the quantity. It's about the quality. And I'm not saying that Marcel and Tisha got a bad marriage. I don't know. I ain't in that marriage. I'm not saying Lewis and Tiffany got. I don't know. I'm not in that marriage. But can we stop looking at years? Because like Lewis said, he has been divorced before, so he learned from some things, and he has that up under his belt, the experience. And just because Marcel and Tisha been married 24, whatever, we the only ones that been. Why people come on this show and want to give us marriage advice? We the ones that's been married the longest, and it does not even matter. It doesn't mean that you got a good marriage, boo. It don't mean that somebody married 2 years got a bad marriage because they've been married. I can't stand that, because me and my husband been married. How long, babe?
1, 2, 2018. Going on 3 years. I did that to pause you because I want to say this. Because you get divorced, sometimes you just married the wrong person. Then after you get a divorce, then you know what type of person you need to get married to. That's what I wanted to say. That's all.
We've been married 3 years, going on 4 years. 19, 20, 21. Now it's finna be 22. 4 years.
4 years. You know.
Anyway, so... But I had 20 years of marriage on my belt before that, and plus almost 4 years, so that's a total of 24 years. So you can't tell me I can't say nothing about marriage. Okay, then bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Just because I've been married 4 years don't mean I ain't got no experience and can't help you with yours.
I was married for 4 or 5 years before this one here, and I learned a lot.
Yeah,
a lot. Mm-hmm. I learned so much from that first marriage that I said I'm not gonna get married no more. But you know, you learn from it, and you apply what you learn to your new adventure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. That's what smart people do. And
you grow and you learn. You get mature. You know. So let me say this last part. Lewis said, well, as far as Marcel, because they going back and forth. You know, Carlos kind of played this up because he already knew. Lewis said that it's a thing in front of your face that you don't see sometimes. And Marcel said, I see. Lewis said, but you don't acknowledge it. Ooh. Shut it down.
Marcel did in the Miss Wanda.
Yep.
Shut that mouth. And that's a very good point. When you're in a situation, you have blinders on and you don't see the situation. Sometimes it takes a person from the outside of that situation to kind of see things you don't see.
Yeah.
And I was the same way. I didn't see things in mine. And somebody kept saying, man, yada, and I wasn't paying that attention because I really didn't see it. Mm-hmm. It took a while for me to wake up to acknowledge what was going on.
Yep.
So it's something. Lewis was right on that part. Yeah. He was.
And Lewis is a very smart, wise man.
I really think he is. I really think he is.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But that wife, she got fired from Chambers.
We'll find out Monday.
All right. Y'all, millimeters, ride out and find out.
Don't sick them millimeters up there on city council, man. They're going to blame us.
Anyway, on that note, you guys, that's all we got. I know this was long. I know the longer the review of the show, it was a whole hour. But hey, we got a lot to say because we had to get them 15 minutes we had to take to get on the folks from last week. And we had to sit up there and deal with that.
Let's keep it real. The people that be saying that negative stuff ain't nothing but the millimeters. They get on us because we don't agree with they mail.
What they say, baby?
What?
Millimeters what?
Ride out. They be putting their little stripes on, little suit on. They see Mel picture up there, salute the picture. We about to ride out, Mel.
Our job is done. Our job is done, master.
Yeah. That's right. We pick it on the millimeter. That's right. We do not care.
At all.
At all.
All right, you guys, on that note, because I tried to close by 5 times.
Ooh, I got gas for it.
All right, baby. Don't nobody want to hear about your gas. Come on now. And I definitely don't want to smell it. All right, you guys, on that note, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get it out of here. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
Always put God first. That includes you, millimeters. Always put God first.
Deuces.
And do something positive.